Good morning. Happy Friday. I am sitting in my favorite spot on my porch, which is my hammock. I have not been out here much in the last few weeks because of this really hot, humid weather that we have been having lately. So I'm enjoying a little bit of time out here. I did not work out this morning. I would have walked, but I did not. And here is why. But that's okay. If it clears off this evening, my friend Jamie and I are gonna go try to get a walk in. And shout out to Jamie this morning. She has become my exercise partner, whether she likes it or not. We've been doing group fitness together over the last 3 weeks, and I'm excited to tell you that yesterday I decided not to just go with the 1 month. I just decided to go for it, and I signed up for 6 months, and we're gonna see what happens. I'm really excited. I feel so motivated to do this. Jamie's signing up too, and our friend Adrian has already signed up, and there's several other people that we know, that do this as well. They may not do it at the same place that we do. I'm starting right now to continue with the 2 days a week and then walking on the other days. And I really want to build up to where I'm doing at least one more day of the strength training during the week, because cool thing, I actually had a telehealth visit with my doctor yesterday, and we were talking about my weight and, managing health and that sort of thing. And I explained to her what I was doing. And first of all, she was really excited because, doctors get really excited when you're doing something healthy for yourself. And she said, and I kid you not, without me even asking this, she said, don't worry if you don't lose a whole lot of weight at first, which several people have, already said that to me. And I trust you guys. I know that some of you are even in health professions, but hearing it from your doctor and hearing her say, you're building muscle, the muscle is going to be extremely important for burning fat going forward. Don't worry that you're not losing it as quickly as you would like. So I was like, yes, okay, that's what I needed to hear from a professional. So I am down another pound this morning. So I do think it's starting, like it's beginning to work. So that's 9 pounds this summer. That to me is great. 1 more pound and I'm going to have that decade feeling like I was talking about yesterday, that when you get down into the next set of 10, there's just something about that that's really motivating. It makes you feel like, you've accomplished a lot. So Monday, I'm actually starting a new eating plan, and I was going to do one that was more of a reboot, where you just really cut back on pretty much everything for about 2 weeks. Then the second 2 weeks, you add in just a little bit of carb, and then the third set of 2 weeks, you are able to eat some things that you want, just in very slight moderation. Well, that turned out to be something that I would have had to join this program in some fashion and perhaps use some of their supplements. So I'm not planning on doing that right now, but I just started doing a lot more research to figure out what I think would be the best thing for me and for my daughter, because she wants to do this as well. And she did watch the video the other night with me, and she really liked the plan that they were talking about. And I do think it's a really good plan. I just think that signing up for something is not for me right now. So I think that what I'm going to do, I'm sure this is what I'm going to do. I've had really good results with keto in the past, but I feel like it's probably not as nutritional as I need it to be. And so I'm going to do what's called Keto 2.0, which basically adds in more vegetables. And then I've decided, just for me, that I'm also going to add in tomatoes, because I think that's really motivational for me. Even though they're a higher carb count, I'm not going to add in any other vegetables or any other fruits. You can have the tomato fruit vegetable debate if you would like. But tomatoes are like my favorite, and they're healthy. They give you vitamins. So I don't want to rule those out. So, I mean, I'm not going to eat them every day, but probably 1 or 2 times a week I'll eat tomatoes, or maybe some low sugar tomato sauce. I think that will help me stay motivated. And then also, I'm planning on doing 1 cheat meal a week. And I'm sorry I keep looking around like in a weird way, but there's something in my eye. It's probably a bug. So 1 cheat meal, which would mean to me something carby or eating out or something to that effect. Maybe something sweet. I'm obviously going to stay away from processed sugar. I don't usually have a really hard time staying away from processed sugar, but it's the kind of thing, you know, with anything else, the more you have it, the more you want it. If I stay away from it, then I really don't care that much about it. So that's what I'm planning to do. I think for my daughter, I'm going to give her a choice. If she wants to do the same thing as me, I think that will be fine, as long as she's not doing it long term, because she's younger and she's never been on any kind of food plan before. She doesn't know this yet either, that we're not going to do the other one. But honestly, as I was researching, I was looking through different diets, and I know I have tried before and researched before the Mediterranean diet, and that's what my other PA recommended for me a while back, which has like less red meat, has seafood, chicken or not. I'm gonna have to check that out. I'm almost sure it has chicken, but it's more like leafy greens, vegetables, and it does do complex carbohydrates like grains. That I feel like, oh, and you can do fruits. That I feel like will be better for my daughter. She's a big fan of fruit. I don't eat a lot of fruit. I like it, but it doesn't make me feel good. So I'm also, you know, nutrition is really important for everyone, but especially for a 12-year-old. Like, you can't just be doing fad diets. Not that keto is a fad, but you know, it can be a little bit controversial. Some people don't feel like it's especially the most healthy thing because of the high fat content. I find that the high fat content keeps me full, and then I'm not wanting other things. So I'm going to ask her what she would rather do, and she can choose. If she chooses keto, I won't let her do it forever. We're talking like 6 to 8 weeks, and then she needs to make a change. So we'll try that. The focus is healthy eating. So by default, my son is going to end up on a different eating plan as well, because we're just not going to have the things in the house that we have recently. I feel like any plan is going to be fine for him as long as he is reducing processed sugar and saturated fats, because that's what everybody should do. That's just plain healthy. So, you know, eating out, trans fats, all that stuff. We know this. Like, we've heard this forever and ever. It's just a matter of doing it. So that's what I'm planning starting Monday. So I have some grocery shopping and some menu making to do over this weekend. There's also a couple people going along with me on this journey. Not going to name people on that because I feel like that's private to them. But let's talk for a minute about one size fits all diets. There aren't any. And am I a health professional in this area? No. But am I somewhat of an expert because of the amount of diet and nutrition programs I have tried over the years? Yeah. Honestly, I know a whole lot about diet and nutrition, how to lose weight. It's just a matter of doing it. It's a matter of self-control and sticking to it. It's also a matter of vulnerability and accountability, which I was telling a friend of mine this morning. If I don't have accountability, and if I'm not being vulnerable about, hey, yeah, my weight has gotten out of control again, my eating has gotten out of control again, I've got to do something about it. And I need for you to ask me about it and not be afraid to ask me how I'm doing. Because if it's a secret that I'm on a diet, I'm not gonna stick with it, because who cares if I cheat? It's like, if a tree falls in the woods and nobody is around, doesn't make a sound. It's the same kind of thing. If I'm on a diet and, I have no accountability, nobody knows if I ate half of a bag of Doritos or 18 Oreo, nobody knows, which I shouldn't be eating Oreos anyway. They have gluten. So this is where we're headed. And, and again, I can list you a resume of different diets that I have tried. The very first time I went on a diet that I'm aware of, I don't know if my mom ever tried to restrict my food prior to the age of 12. Mom, you can comment on that if you would like to. I mean, I was a chubby kid. I was born chubby. I was 9 pounds when I was born. It's just reality. So when I was 12 was the first time I ever went to Weight Watchers. I was very successful with that as a 12-year-old. Did it again 1 or 2 more times in high school. I did physician's weight loss in high school. I lost like 30 pounds in 10 weeks. I mean, I don't know if I recommend that one. That one's like 800 calories a day. Or it was at that time in the 90s. 800 calories a day, and they recommended that you not exercise. I was a cheerleader at the time, and I remember I was losing weight so fast that they were like, you need to eat an extra piece of fruit every day. Eat something before you have a game, because we don't want you to pass out from not having nutrition. So there was that. I'm not sure how healthy that was. Did Weight Watchers more times. I've done Bible-based eating plans. I've done just like fitness plans with people at work. What else have I done? One time I did this crazy thing with a friend, where I was working one time, years ago, where you could eat what you wanted, but you kept your calorie count below 600 calories Monday through Friday. And then on Saturday and Sunday, you could eat whatever you wanted. You think I lost weight on that? Oh, heck yeah. When I stopped, do you know what happened? Gained it all back and then some, which has been the story of my life, honestly. And I'm sure a lot of you can relate as far as that goes. So, well, there's a little thunder. Probably not going to stay out here too much longer. I'll try to finish this video. So those are just the actual diet things that I've tried. I've tried medication. I'm successful with that when I'm taking it, and then it will obviously doesn't do anything for me when I stop, and you can't take that forever. I've had gastric bypass surgery. I'd love to make another video on that. That was very successful. I am still well under my highest weight. I still feel like that's successful. I still feel like I feel restriction in my stomach from that. However, I did regain a lot of weight because this was all before I had my kids. And I ended up having a lap band placed over my bypass. That turned into a disaster. That could be another good video as well. Some of you out there know this story and know everything that I went through as far as that. That's when I talked in one of my first videos about how I was like really, really sick for 2 years. That's what it was related to. But there's so much to that. So much to that. So it's been an ongoing battle. And a lot of people say, well, is it really healthy to actually have surgery to help you lose weight? Is it really healthy to take medication, especially if they could possibly have side effects? Here's what every doctor has told me, and I'm not giving you advice right now, but I'm letting you know what every medical professional who has ever prescribed anything for me or who has ever done surgery for me has said. The benefits outweigh the risk, because my or your probability of having some sort of comorbidity, which means some other issue within your body, as you gain more weight, as you move into the obese category, as you reach a BMI of 40 or above, your health is on the line. So the possibility of having some sort of side effect from medication or surgery is just not as important as the side effects from being obese, morbidly obese, super morbidly obese, which I was in that category at one point, in that super morbidly obese. I think I'm just in the morbidly obese range right now, but working on it. And one of the things is just accepting the fact that obesity, it's an illness that's just the same as having diabetes or having cancer, because you don't ever really get rid of it. You could be an obese person in remission, where you've gotten to your ideal weight or close to your ideal weight, but you still have the genetics or the possible behavior patterns for being an obese person. And I've talked to before about how that's probably one of the most accepted forms of discrimination that are left, is discrimination against people who are obese. There's a lot to that. That could be a lot of video material right there too. So anyway, so I've said a mouthful this morning, but I'm excited about being on this journey and being on it again. And what's really important to me right now is that it's in a different way than I have in a really long time. And I feel more motivated than I have in a really long time. And I think that's coming from different places. I think that's, coming from within me. I feel like it's coming from, what God's doing in my life right now. I think it's coming from being vulnerable with friends, from having friends that are going to hold me accountable, and from making these videos, which, maybe sounds crazy, but it has kept me accountable. So I'm going to continue to do it. And my plan over the weekend is I'm going to hopefully migrate all these videos that I've posted on Facebook over to YouTube. I'm going to go for it and start that YouTube channel. And, if nothing comes of it, that is totally okay. That's really not even my goal. But I like the idea of having them all in one place, even if it's just for me, even if I need to go back and look at them sometimes. But also for anyone else who might be inspired by this journey, that they can go back and see them at any point in time and just keep them in an organized place. But they will be more accessible to other people. So we'll see what happens with that. And, it's all good either way. So I was a bit disappointed last night that our event at church got canceled. But it was seriously thundering and lightning. So obviously we couldn't have an outdoor event. For those of you who were interested in joining us, it's been postponed until next Thursday at 6:30. Garner campus of New Hope Church. Same food trucks, same music, same awesome people. So if you're available next Thursday night, I'll be there. I think my kids will be there. Some really, really great people that I know will be there. So if you're ready to be with people again, if you're looking for a church family that is so amazing, so loving, so down to earth, so authentic, and you need some people to hang with, come on out next Thursday. I'll mention it again in a video next week. For now, I'm going to enjoy the next few minutes. I haven't heard any more thunder. I'm going to enjoy the next few minutes in this video, and then I have one tutoring student coming today. It's Friday. I don't normally tutor on Friday, but I had to reschedule for today. So 1 hour of work, then I'm going to be chilling for a while, getting some stuff done around my house, and then hopefully walking later. Because, and I didn't really say why this was so important, because yes, I'm trying to do a rest day every now and then, because our trainer killed us yesterday. Oh my gosh, I'm so sore. So I really want to go walk. So I'm hoping that this rain clears out for a while. So have a great day. Have a great weekend if you're not checking in over the weekend to watch one of my videos. And see you soon. Bye.